What's up, guys? Shorter on two wheels here.
You're shorter on two wheels. He's taller on two wheels. Yeah. Brian is shortest
on two wheels.
Am I fattest on two wheels?
Yes. What's going on, guys? Chase here. So I was not able to go to the Indian Press launch event. So since I couldn't, I sent Bo. He edits videos and stuff like that. I didn't cuss. I'm proud about that. So what Bo's about to show you...
I'll do plenty of that later.
Bo does cuss a lot on the bike. So what Bo's about to show you is him going out to Pheonix and riding the Indian FTR. I am still mad and jealous that he got to go. He's going to tell you some more stuff.
Yeah, so all that being said, let me introduce you to the bike. All right, I'm going to skim over a lot of these stats. There's going to be plenty of videos going into great detail about the stats. It's not what I want to focus on, but I am going to go over them just briefly. The performance, so the tuning and the throttle response have been improved for the 2022 model. It's more responsive, it's less twitchy, it's a smoother ride. The key changes are in the geometry. That's the biggest changes they've made this year. They've shrunken the front and rear wheel down from 19 and 18 down to 17 for both of them, which allows you a wider selection of tires that you can choose from. They've changed the front suspension and the rake to be shorter and tighter. The lower seat height, the lower center of gravity, and the narrow handlebars, in conjunction with these suspension changes, make the bike a lot more nimble, a lot more agile, and a lot more controllable. This bike is officially bow-sized.
Is that a point?
That's a point I want to make. I have a 30-inch inseam. Why is that? Why did you awe? It's a respectable 30 inches. All the changes they've made in the geometry make this a more approachable bike for a wider array of riders and a wider variety of styles of riding. All right, numbers are great and all, but what I want to focus on is how it actually feels to ride this bike. So I got a fellow YouTuber by the name of Blockhead. So we're going to go up into Pheonix, into the mountains at this press event, and ride down and tell you what we think. This will be interesting.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm following you guys, so if anything happens, I'll be here.
So if you guys hear that, that is the rear cylinder turning off on this bike. When it gets to, I think, a certain temperature, when it's sitting still, and it starts sounding like a single, and it'll shut off. It's a pretty cool feature. As long as you like blip it when you start going. She's solid. Me and Blockhead are about to go ride back to the hotel. Let's do it. Oh, that's right. You switched out. Now you're on the Raleigh. Oh, now you're in fucking Flamingo gang, dude. I'm not going to go into great detail because I really want to save that for Chase. I'm pretty sure it ticks a lot of boxes for him. Oddly enough, it ticks a lot of boxes for me, which I was not expecting. A lot of you guys know I'm not a sport bike rider. So this is very outside of my comfort zone kind of thing. But I will say, this bike is a load of fun. And will get you in trouble if you ain't careful. Like, if you want to, you can be around. So, bloody like buckets, gobs of power on this thing. It's something that I think I noticed right off the bat was that the motor feels familiar, even though the bike is new to me. And that's because it's got the same feel and punch and sound of the bikes that I'm used to. I mean, in this kind of package where you're like flicking this thing around, dude, it's so weird. I'm excited that there is a company that makes motorcycles I like that is also trying to bridge the generational gap. Like, Indian's been around since like 1900 or something. And every time I've thought about a motorcycle, like an American motorcycle growing up, not until I was a teenager, I always thought of like the cruiser, like the classic American cruiser. And Indian just had that like that style that stuck out, big swept fenders with the hood ornament on it. And the problem with being a cruiser guy is that I'm young-ish and into cruisers, but people that are into cruisers generally aren't young-ish. And the last like 5 years, Indian has been really focusing on doing exactly that, like bridging that gap. And I think this is a perfect gateway bike to get people interested in the brand. Like, they're taking feedback. This whole motorcycle is a result of feedback from the industry, from the customers. They said, hey, we would like these things to be different. And Indian said, okay. Like the comfort and performance and ergonomics, you know, all that stuff that they listen to people. Also, by the way, this is where we fucking are. Are you for real right now? This is, we're literally in Red Dead Redemption. Like, that's it. But no, I think this has been an interesting experience for me overall, because one, it's a bike. I'm not really used to riding these kind of bikes. I'm not a technical rider. I'm not a sport bike rider, right? I'm a fucking cruise around the city, kind of like low and slow and loud kind of rider. This is not my style. However, this is my style. This bike, I've had so much fun on it. The seat sucks on the sport model. It's like a thin pad. It's, you know, meant for short distances and stuff like that. Honestly, having ridden this, more people should be introduced to this bike. It's smooth. It's a very high-tech engine. It's grunt. I mean, I'm a guy who likes that grunt of a V. You know, it's good. Gobs, and I can't stress this enough. Gobs of power. Holy crap! I haven't taken this thing out of standard mode. It's got sport mode. I haven't touched it. All in all, this bike and this event have been fucking amazing, and I hope I get to do many more of these. All right, we're going back to the hotel. First, we're gonna stop at this lake. Me and Blockhead are gonna stop and take some photos and stuff, and then I think that'll be it for Pheonix.
There you go. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Can I put it behind me? I look horrible. We've just spent like 2 hours riding on this one. That's Blockhead. No, I like this because then I don't have to worry about from here down. Yeah, it was a good ride. The bike is phenomenal. Like, just absolutely. Blockhead's behind me, and you can't see his face because that's a rule of his.
I'm shaking my head, yes. The bike is badass.
Dude, it is pure sex. Great bike. The event was awesome. Indian really hooked it up. Now, they're all gone. We're in the middle of literally fucking nowhere, and they're just like, all right, just have the bike back by like 5:30. Overall, fantastic time. Pheonix, I love you. I love your weather. I haven't had a nosebleed, so I'm excited about that. My lips are chapped as f, and my crotch hurts from sitting on a motorcycle for... Yeah, I didn't bring it with me. The care package. They had a care package. Look, all right, so Chase may be used to this kind of shit. This is my first time. The fact that I walked in and there was pants, boots, gloves, vest, duffel bag, care package, chapstick, liquid IV, some vitamin C, because they knew that we'd be drinking the night before. Yep. It's good. So the next time you guys see me, I will be in Atlanta, Georgia. So we'll catch back up then, and then it's live stream, so immediately back to work.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So this bike has changed the way that I think about sport bikes. I didn't think that I would have this much fun on a bike with that much power and that kind of body position, but I could have spent at least 4 or 5 more hours up on that mountain. When I got home, I spent probably about an hour or so on Indian's bike builder, which, by the way, I would totally suggest doing. You could get lost on that, like adding the myriad of options they have on every single line. I think I went through every single bike they had. But yeah, the bike is insane. The amount of power that it can deliver at any given time is pure insanity. Very responsive, very smooth, very comfortable, but then can be a complete maniac at any given second. At no point did I feel uncomfortable or outside of my comfort zone. Indian has kind of really knocked it out of the park on this one in my eyes, to convert someone who really didn't take consideration anything about sport bikes any longer. But they had me watching this and riding this bike and thinking seriously, like, if I had a second bike, I might actually put this in my garage. I don't have a garage, it's a carport. It's the same thing. It was an amazing bike, an amazing time. I appreciate Chase, who's standing judging me behind the camera right now, for letting me go out there. I appreciate you guys slogging through this show of a video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We put out a load of it. Let me know. Are you excited about this bike? Were you already excited about FTRs? Because like everybody in the comments when I was posting pictures, they were super excited. So are you super excited about the changes they've made, or is it just more of the same for you? Let me know. Outro crew. I'm gonna do it again, because fuck it. Do you want to see more cruiser content on the channel? Because I want to see more cruiser content on the channel. I think it'd be fun to see more cruiser content on the channel.
This is Bo trying to get more people to
Do it. Just put OC in your comments.
No.
God damn it. All right, fine.
Yay, you made it. Woo! Outro crew, give Bo some love in the comments.
No.
He did not like any part of this, and I made him do it. So give him a clap.
The ride was fun. This part sucks.
You're out of frame. So.